Like Chris said, we're talking about some financial things today, and two items. One is connection fees and financial. So tonight we talked about water connection fees, which are those one-time charges to new development, and we talked about financial planning, some of the financial needs and what it's going to take to maintain the system over the next 5, 10, 50 years. Water is an essential service. Everybody needs water, and everybody wants safe, clean, reliable drinking water at the lowest possible cost. Being proactive with the financial planning and reviewing connection fees and the financial plan regularly ensures that the City of Norman is on top of that and able to fund those projects so they can get safe, clean, reliable water to all of their customers. What we were talking about tonight was this balance between user charges and connection fees. User charges are those monthly charges that customers pay to have water delivered to their doorstep, their tap, their basement, their second floor, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. The connection fees are those one-time charges for new customers coming into the system. And we need to ensure that new customers coming in are paying their fair share of that system, and user rates and existing customers are paying their fair share. It's really that balance between the existing customers that are here and the new customers that are coming in, that they pay their fair share, and there's this balance of equity between them. Well, we got engaged by the city back in April or May of this year to look at the connection fees and user rates. Now, we're updating a study we had completed in 2015, and as we had indicated during the study that there's been a lot of changes in 2015. It's been 6 years. So they wanted to look at, well, what are connection fees? What are they going to look like today? And what's the financial plan landscape going to look like over the next 5, 10 years with these different connection fee alternatives? So that's what we presented tonight, kind of the preliminary findings, and it sounds like we're going to go back and sharpen our pencil a bit and look at some additional scenarios to make sure that we have the best balance of equity between the connection fees and the user charges. We came up with 3 alternatives for connection fees. It all has to do with how we're going to source the capacity in the future. And as Chris had mentioned, there are 3 alternatives. One was looking at drilling new wells, one was looking at augmentation water, and one was looking at not building as much infrastructure or relying on wells, but relying on Oklahoma City wholesale water and purchasing that from Oklahoma City. They all have advantages and disadvantages, and they all have different costs associated with them and different risks. Our next steps, what we heard was that we're going to go back and sharpen our pencil on some of these scenarios. We're going to look at some different rate alternatives to see how we can minimize that customer impact, see how those customer impacts compare to the connection fees and what the relationship is there, and how that might affect the short-term and long-term financial plan cash flow analysis.